There is a word that carries both the weight of science and the whisper of spirit. Light. To physics, light is the messenger of the universe, an electromagnetic wave racing through the vacuum at nearly 300,000 kilometers per second. It is energy in motion, oscillating fields self-propagating through the fabric of space. Yet in the philosophy of Consciousism, light is something deeper. It is not only what we see, it is how we see. It is consciousness revealing itself through vibration, the moment awareness takes on rhythm and form. In science, light belongs to the electromagnetic spectrum, the great continuum that stretches from radio waves to gamma rays. The visible portion, that narrow band between 400 and 700 nanometers, is only a small window of an infinite ocean of energy. Light moves at a constant speed, the cosmic limit. Nothing with mass can surpass it. This constancy is the foundation of relativity, a law so precise that space and time themselves bend to preserve it. To Consciousism, that constancy is more than a number. It reflects the unwavering rhythm of awareness. The speed of light is not simply a physical boundary, it is the measure of how quickly reality can translate consciousness into experience. It is the pulse of perception, the metronome of being. In laboratories and equations, light behaves as both wave and particle. A wave when it dances through a slit, a particle when it strikes a detector. This is the paradox at the heart of quantum mechanics, and also a reflection of the human condition. We too are dual, wave and particle, infinite and finite, observer and observed. Consciousism sees this not as coincidence, but as a mirror of consciousness itself, bound and unbound, singular and infinite. When we observe the photon, we collapse its potential into form. When we stop observing, it returns to the field of possibility, the same way awareness oscillates between thought and silence. Maxwell's equations describe light as harmony between electric and magnetic fields. A changing electric field creates a magnetic one, and vice versa. Two invisible partners eternally giving birth to one another, movement without matter, structure without substance. Consciousism sees this as the first dialogue of creation, electric and magnetic as the twin forces of vibration, entwined in perpetual reciprocity. Light, then, is the language through which the universe communicates with itself. Einstein showed that light defines space-time itself. Its speed never changes. Instead, space and time bend to accommodate it. It is as if the universe prioritizes the journey of illumination above all else. Consciousism reads this bending as awareness shaping its own reality. The universe is not passive, it rearranges itself to preserve the continuity of perception. To say that nothing can move faster than light is another way of saying that nothing can move faster than awareness. In quantum theory, light is quantized into photons, discrete packets of energy that carry momentum but no mass. In the language of Consciousism, each photon is a quantum of knowing. When it interacts with matter, it transfers not just energy, but information, the fundamental ingredient of awareness itself. Every photon is an act of recognition, the universe observing itself through a spark. Light interacts with matter through reflection, refraction, absorption, and emission. These interactions paint the visible world, from the shimmer of water to the fire of stars. Yet Consciousism reminds us that what we call vision is the interface between energy and awareness. The eye does not truly see light, it translates it. The brain does not merely receive data, it constructs experience. Light, therefore, is not something external. It is an inward process projected outward. What we perceive as illumination is consciousness decoding itself. Science measures wavelengths. Consciousism measures frequencies of awareness. Red, blue, ultraviolet, each vibrates at its own tempo. Likewise, thought, emotion, and intuition each radiate at their own mental frequencies. To harmonize with higher frequencies of light, whether literal or symbolic, is to align the mind with the structure of truth. This is why enlightenment, both scientific and spiritual, has always been described in terms of light, illumination, brilliance, clarity. Because at every level, from the photon to the soul, to know is to shine. Science defines darkness as the absence of visible light. Consciousism answers that darkness is not empty, only unseen. It is filled with frequencies we have not yet tuned into, the silent side of illumination waiting to be recognized. In this way, darkness becomes sacred, not the enemy of light but its source. Physics and Consciousism do not oppose each other. They are two languages describing the same awakening, the universe becoming aware of itself. Science tells us how light behaves. Consciousism asks why it exists at all. Together they complete a single thought. Light is both the architecture of space and the breath of awareness that fills it. When we look at the night sky, when photons that left a star 1,000 years ago strike the back of our eyes, we are not merely seeing ancient energy. We are participating in a cosmic act of memory. Light travels across time not only to illuminate the world, but to remind us of what we are, awareness, perceiving itself through vibration. In the heart of every galaxy lies a mystery we call a black hole, a place where light itself seems to surrender. According to science, this happens because gravity becomes so intense that nothing, not even photons, can escape its grasp. Space-time curves upon itself until direction, distance, and even the notion of time begin to collapse. From our perspective, it appears as an endless void, an event horizon swallowing all that draws near. But Consciousism asks a deeper question. What if that darkness is not the absence of light, but the limit of our perception? If consciousness shapes what we perceive, then perhaps the black hole is not a grave for light, but a mirror reflecting dimensions of energy beyond our current frequency of awareness. The black may be brilliant to beings attuned to another spectrum, another vibration of reality. What we see as the end of light could, in another frame of existence, be its true beginning. Consciousism teaches that perception and energy are entwined. Our consciousness interprets vibration and wavelength to construct what we call light. If the fabric of reality is layered through dimensions, then our minds are tuned only to one band of this infinite spectrum. A black hole might therefore be less of a void and more of a veil, an interface between realms, where the visible collapses and the invisible expands. Perhaps the reason light cannot escape is not because it is trapped, but because it is transformed. Beyond the event horizon, light could shift into a state that exists outside our temporal understanding, a form of awareness, not radiation. In that sense, the light never dies. It simply transcends visibility, crossing into a dimension our consciousness has not yet evolved to perceive. To science, light is energy. To Consciousism, light is being. And between those two truths lies everything we call reality.